All right. Good evening, guys. I am Black Jeff from Forex. Lastly, before we continue, just go to the group and let me know if you can hear me and if you can see my screen before I continue. Before I will start teaching, please. Just go to the group and let me know if you can hear me and you can see my screen before I will start teaching. Please go to the general group. Let me know if you can hear me. So I can start teaching. We're already 41 minutes late. All right, now we can start now. Now, key level, right? What are key levels, right? What are key levels? Now, my simplest definition, right, of now everything I will be saying is something I have taught myself, right, by watching Sabigil's video. So everything I will be saying is something I have taught myself by watching Sabigil's video, and it's something I'll be teaching you guys, right? Like I always say that I didn't know anything. I learned what I learned from Sabigil, right? Our strategy, key levels, even key levels, I learned it from her, right? Reclamation, mitigation block, all those entries, I learned it from her, right? So the only entry I'll be talking about today, first entry I'll be talking about today, I'll be talking about key levels, because everybody have been shouting key levels, key levels, key levels, key levels. In our next class, I'll talk about reclamation, right? So just tonight, I'll just talk about key levels because we will need this key level. Key level is much more easier than reclamation. Key level is what you will need more. Reclamation is something you will just use once. Key level is what you use consistently. So the reason why I'll be teaching key levels today is so that you can apply it and start using it to trade after watching this video, right? Now, my own simple term definition of key level is two candles, right? Key levels now. My simple definition of key level is two candles, right? Two candles having the same high, or two opposite candles. This is my own definition of key levels. Two opposite candles having the same high or almost same high point, or two candles having the same low. This is my own definition of key levels, right? I hope you guys are writing down. Having equal or almost equal low, or having almost equal high. So that's my own definition of key levels. So that's my own definition of key level. Now, this is how key level look like. Now, I want you guys to understand that key level is a continuation entry model, right? Now, I went through, what's it called? The question you guys asked Abigail on question for methods, right? And I was like, these guys, this thing is very easy now, right? I watched the videos Abigail taught once, and I read the book, the PDF she dropped, and that was what I started. I just started backtesting and I became good at it, right? So key level is a continuation entry model. Key level is what's it called? Is an entry model that you use, right? If the market has left your entry, we will get there. Now, I want you guys to know that this is how key level look like. Two opposite color candle having the same high, or two opposite color candle having the same low. That is, this can be a red candle and this can be a green candle. They are equal above on the body. The wicks can be longer. This wick can be longer than this wick. It doesn't matter. This wick can be longer than this wick. It doesn't matter. The most important thing here is that it should be equal in high, or it should be equal in low. the length of the wick does not matter when it comes to key level. What matter is this, they should just be equal here on the low or on the high. So this is what key level is about. This is what key level is all about. This is what key level is all about. Now, there are 4 types of key level. Right? There are 4 types of key levels, but 2 key levels is what give birth to the other 2 types of key levels. 2 key levels give birth to the other types of key levels. These two key level is what will give birth, right? So, these 2 key level is what will give birth to the other type of key level. Now, the 2 most important key level you should know is the resistant key level and the support key level. Now, we always tell you, Sabike will always tell you that some people say they cannot see my screen. Right now. Can you see my screen right now? Can you see my screen right now? All right. I just need one more person to tell me they can see my screen and I will continue. All right. Let's continue. All right. I have to start recording again. We'll start teaching again. Let me start recording again. Let me start teaching again. All right. I said that key level, right, is simply 2 candles, right, having equal high, irrespective of the wick. The wick doesn't matter. The wick length doesn't matter. One can be longer than the other. The wick length does not matter, right? Having equal high, which is this, they are having equal high, or in this case, whereby they are having equal low. Whereby they are having equal low. They are having equal low. I have this guy up here. The wick below doesn't matter. How long the wick will be doesn't matter. How long the wick, one can be longer than the other, doesn't matter. So this is what key level is all about. This is what key level is all about. That is, you're having 2 equal highs, right? You're having 2 equal highs or 2 equal lows of opposite candle. That is, this can be a green candle, this can be a red candle. This can be a red candle, this can be a green candle. They are equal in low or they are equal in high. Now, let me show you on chart what I mean. Now, one thing you should know again is this here, that you can only use key level in a trending market. If the market is not trending, you are not supposed to be using key level. You don't want to be trading a consolidating market. You want to trade a trending market, right? You want to trade a trending market. Now, what I just showed you guys here right now about key levels having two equal highs is this. Okay, look at one up here. Now look at one up here now. Look at these two candles up here now. This green candle and this red candle, they are having two equal highs. So automatically they are resistant key levels. Let me take out of this body. Now, because they are having two equal highs, they become a resistant key levels. They become a resistant key levels. Because they are having two equal highs, because they have two equal highs, it becomes a resistant key level, right? Another one again is this. Let me find more examples for you here. These two guys here, they are also resistant key levels. This one here now, they are also resistant key levels. These two guys here. These two guys here now, they are also resistant key levels. Don't worry, you guys should just follow me. I will break things down. These guys here, they are also resistant key levels. They are also resistant key level. We have another resistant key level here. We have another resistant key level here. We have another resistance key level here. So these are your mark resistance key levels. While for a support key level, we have a support key level here. Like here now, we have a support key level here, and they're able to. Yeah, look at support key level, support key level. Look at this support key level here, these two bottom here, these two bottom here. So this is another support key level here. This is another support key level. This is another support key level. So this is another support key level again. Let me bring more examples. This is another support key level again. So this will give as many examples as possible, so that when you see it, you will just apply it. It's another support key level here. I will tell you guys how to trade them. So this is another support key level here. Now, having known this, right? The next thing I want to talk about the other two types of key levels. Remember, I started by saying that these two key levels give birth to the other two key levels, right? I started by saying that these two key levels give birth to the other type of key level, right? All right. Now, let me delete this. So my work will be. We are going somewhere. Don't worry, you'll get it. We are going somewhere. Now, let me come back to this guy here. This is the support key level. Now, in the basic market structure, right? I don't know if Steven said it, but you might have heard it from elsewhere before, right? Whereby you will hear an advanced trader saying that whenever a resistance gets taken out by the body of a candle, that resistance becomes a support. That is, this is a resistance point now. If the resistance gets taken out by the body of a candle, that resistance point becomes support. Then, whenever we are drawing key level at the top, whenever we draw key level at the top, it becomes a resistance, right? Whenever we draw key level at the bottom, it becomes a support. Now, we drew a key level at the top, it became a resistance. Now, the body candle break past it, right? Because this body candle break past it, and the market kept moving up, it kept moving up. This point here, these 2 points here, becomes a support. Initially, it was a resistance, but a body candle break past it, right? Became a support. Now, let me tell you guys what the best time to take this trade. Now, you must have heard Sabi Girl say something like, do not take a key level without first finding a break of structure. Without first finding a break, make sure that that key level has a break of structure. Now, for this key level, this is how SBRO is betted. Sorry, ROBS is betted. Resistance become support. This is how it is betted. After you've marked your 2 resistance points, and a body candle break past it, it has become SBRO. But it has not become a valid SBRO. It has not become a valid SBRO. The reason why it has not become a valid SBRO is because there is no break of structure yet. Now, this is the highest point the market produced a week. So what you should be waiting for is for markets to break past this highest point that was produced here. After the market has broken past this highest point, then this key level becomes a valid one. This key level becomes a valid one. I will repeat myself. I say that, please go to the group. If you can still hear me and you can still see my screen, kindly type so I will know you are following. Let me not just be teaching. If you can hear me and you can still see my screen, just type. I just need one person to just type, I can hear you and I can see your screen. I will continue teaching. Just one person. All right, I will move ahead. Now, these 2 guys here, that resistance, this is an uptrend. This market is an uptrend. This market is an uptrend, right? It's an uptrend. Now, it produced a resistance key level at the top. It produced a resistance key level at the top, right? And a body candle break past it. Because a body candle break past it, this resistance has become a support. This is SBRO. Now, because this resistance has turned to support, now this candle produced long wicks above. Please write it down. After SBRO has been formed, the next thing you want to look out for is a break of structure. I'm telling you how the break of structure will happen. Now, this is number 2 step for trading key level, is to look for a break, to find a break of structure in it. Now, after waiting for the market to come break the highest wick that was created, you cannot say that you have a break of structure. This is it. Break of structure have been created. Look at the break of structure have been created. After a break of structure have been created, the next thing you want to do, right, is to draw your point of interest. Now, what is your point of interest in key level? Point of interest in key level is these 2 guys here. I'm going to show you guys how to trade SBRO. The 2 candles that form the key level, you draw your box on it from top to bottom. I believe after watching this video, you should not make loss you should not make loss again. You should not make loss again. I'm very sure you should not make loss again after watching this video. Now, you draw a box on the 2 points that form the key level. After drawing a box on the 2 points that form the key level, depending on you, you are waiting for the market to come back into the box. Just like for me here, if I will not be active, I will just put limit order, like a buy limit order, on the 2 candles that form the key level, not on the body that break past it. 2 candles that form the key level, that mark there is where I'll put my limit order. Right? I will expect to ride up from here. I will expect to ride up all the way up. All the way up. Then this guy, will be here. Look at, I'll put my entry here above. Now, my stop loss, what will your stop loss be? Let me adjust this guy here. Where will my stop loss be? My stop loss will just simply be below. My entry will be here. Why is it disturbing me now? My entry will be up here. You can take your TP, can be any risk to reward that you are cool with. My stop loss will be below the 2 candles that formed the key level. That's where my stop loss will be. My entry will be here. My TP will be above. So this is how you use SBRO. This is how you trade SBRO. I mean RBS. Why for SBRO is simply the same thing. I will show you guys on chart. We have 2 resistance points. We have 2 supports, equal supports. As they are equal in low. But the wicks, one is longer. Let me just use, one is this long. Yes, perfect. And this other guy is short. Right? This other guy is short. Short wick. And we have this guy here. Equal support. Right? I will still show you guys how to trade the support and the resistance key level. But let me just show you guys about SBR and RBS first. Now, this is the support formed by a red candle and a green candle going low. Then the market break past it. The body red candle break past it. Right? Now, this support now has automatically become a resistance. Now, if this market is like this, can you come and take trade here? That is, take trade here. You come and do this. Wait for market to come here before selling. You'll be wrong. You'll be wrong if you do this. Why will you be wrong? The reason why you'll be wrong to do this is because there is no break of structure on that guy that formed the key level. The wick, there's no break of structure on it yet. So this guy cannot hold. You will lose money if you do this. This is why many people have been losing money. Once a support comes to resistance, immediately they'll just start trading it. No, that's not professional. There must be a break of structure. There must be a break of structure. First, on the wick of that guy that formed the key level. After they've been a break of structure, after they've been a break of structure on it, then you cannot wait for market to now go up, to come up to your point of key level, you write it down. Then remember, you are taking both points here that form the key level as your entry point of POI, right? There are times that the wick here can be above. The wick here can still be above. Now, for safety reason, right, you put your sell limit here. Drag this one down. Sell. Let's drag this one up. Now, for safety reasons, there are times you may want to even cover the wick of the last point above. So this is how you trade SBRO and ROBS. Now, how do you now trade? What's it called? How do you now trade? Let me delete these things. I believe you guys have gotten something from here. Let me delete these things and show you guys how you trade the support key level, how you trade the resistance key level. I think we are getting value. I want you to watch this video over and over and over and over and over again. You get it. For this guy here, we have these two guys here as a resistance key level, right? This two guy here is a resistance key level. I will talk about all the questions you guys have been asking, right? You guys don't even need to ask me questions in this session because I will talk about all the questions you guys will be asking. And this market kept selling. This is not ROBS or SBI or something. It kept selling. It keeps selling. And this is the only key level that was formed, right? And in this key level, this market has wicks at the top. Right? It has wicks at the top. I'll show you guys how to key level, not wicks at the top. Now, how do you not trade a key level that is just a support? Trade a key level that is just a support. You take your, what's it called? You put your box on the wicks that was formed to be your entry point for a support or for a resistance key level. You put your wicks on it. You put your box on the wicks that was formed. Remember, for SBRO and ROBS, we are marking the two body of the candle that formed the key level of ROBS and SBRO, marking the two body as our point of interest. But just on a resistance key level, you're only marking the wicks. Now, what if the key level is having a short wick? You are taking just the short wick, but doesn't mean you should just put your entry there. Now, how do you now enter? You enter your short position like this. From the 2 points that form the 2 points that you put your order from, draw this one down. Draw this one down. You draw this one up. Your stop loss should just be a little past the wicks that was created, right? Now, your entry points, your sell limit will be here. So what will you be expecting? You'll be expecting markets to do this. To come back into the POI or start selling down. Or you just wait for the market to just set your limit here, for the market to tap into it and you start selling. Same thing for the buy key level. I want to finish this class by, what's it called, as soon as possible because I have to get dinner before my live session by 11. So we have this guy here as a support key level, right? Now, this guy that is a support key level, the market keeps moving up. Okay, now let's assume this guy doesn't have a wick, right? Let's assume this guy now doesn't have, I'm not even going to teach, he's already asking me a question. let's assume we have a support key level here. Let's assume we have a support key level here, and it doesn't have a wick, and the market keeps moving up. Broke structure of the two guys that form the support key level. First, there must be a break of structure. Do not forget I said there must be a break of structure. Look at it, has broken structure of the two guys that form the key level. Any candle that forms the two candles that form key level, market must break the structure. Full meaning of SBRO means support become resistance. Full meaning of ROBS means resistance becomes support. Now we have this. After this has happened, then this guy they laugh. When even myself I shock up, I see asking the meaning of SBR and ROBS. I will expect the market to still come here. Right? This kind of case, I would have to increase my stop loss because it's not giving me where to take my trade from. I'll have to put my stop loss like below here, then my entry above. But make sure first you have, what was it called? There must be a break of structure. After marking your two key levels, a candle must break past that two candles that form the key level as a break of structure with its body, right? This kind of point, yeah, I'm going to talk about fresh and unfresh. You guys can use it on any of them, right? Sabige has taught fresh and unfresh, so you guys should check what Sabige taught on the fresh and the unfresh, and you can use it. So you can use what I'm teaching right now. Something you can use on both. You can use it on both. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this liquidity point, right? A lot of people are asking questions that Sabige, what is liquidity point? Sabige will say something that like let the market be coming from a liquidity point before you can use key level. Now, what you guys are calling a liquidity point, right? The simplest definition of that liquidity point is let the market be coming from a valid zone. A valid zone is that liquidity point. A valid zone is what we call that liquidity point. A valid internal is what you call that liquidity point. Now, let's use this now. What is that valid internal? It could be inducement, which is here. This is what Sabige will say, let the market be coming from a liquidity zone. This is what Sabige is trying to see. It could be an inducement and it could be a disruption. Or it could still be any valid point again. That has a valid break of structure. I've told you guys what valid break of structure is. A valid internal. Now, when Sabige said that let the market be coming from a liquidity point, what is she trying to see? In this case now, what she meant by let the market be moving from a liquidity point, it means this. Those of you that have been asking this question, I believe you will not ask this question again, right? You will not ask this question again, right? When Sabige says that the market should be coming from a liquidity point, liquidity points are your valid internals. That is, let the market get to your inducements and push off from it. This is what Sabige means by let the market be coming from a liquidity point. This is an inducement and this is a disruption. Let this market now get to an inducement. This key level here fails. Let this market get to an inducement and push up from it. Now, after the market has pushed up, from your point of inducement or disruption, you begin to find key levels from here upwards. The market has entered a valid zone, a valid internal, inducement, disruption, or any valid zone, right? Let the market be pushing off from there. Or for a case of a disruption, let the market enter a disruption and push off from there. Now, I want to show you guys a practical example of what I just explained now. I have to stop sharing my screen on Good and share a screen on E25 Whilst Abigail have been selling this 25. Where is my screen for? I'm coming. Let me use this guy. I can't find. No, I have to use trading view. Let me find trading view. But I can't find your screen. There's this guy again. I want to reshare my screen and show you guys that V25 Sabiga I've been selling. Why should I be selling that? Okay, I've seen it now. I believe you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, let me know you can see my screen. And let me know what you are seeing on the screen. If you are seeing V25 on the screen, please let me know you are seeing V25 on the screen. Please, let me know if you can see V25 on my screen. All right, I can move on now. All right, you can see. All right. Now, Abigail says something that let the market be coming from a valid internal first before you can use skill level, right? Let the market be coming from a valid internal first, before you can use skill level. Now, if you check this trend of this market now, if you check the trend of this market now, let me go on H1 time frame. Now, if you check the trend of this market now, you see that the market has break past your inducement and the market has break past your disruption. You see that the market has break past your inducement and the market has break past your disruption. Right? Let's find our inducement here. I'm sure this market is not very clear, but I just want to show you guys something. Market is moving downward, right? Let's look for something here on H1 time frame. I'm trying to find the valid internal here. Okay, I've not seen anything, but I can see this one here. Let me use this for example now. We have this break of structure here. Right? Now, this market got here. I started reacting from here. Let me draw the box now. Let me switch to 2 hours time frame. I can be clear. Oh, I don't upgrade though. I don't use my MT5 again though. I don't time for stress. Now, okay, this is the liquidity point the market started reacting from here. Look at. This is what Abigail means by let the market be coming from a liquidity point. This is what she means, or what she meant by what she said. Right? If you observe now, we see that there is a zone here. Right? There is a zone here. Look at this zone here. Look at this zone here. Look at this zone here. The market got to this zone. Look at here. It got to the zone, started selling off from here. Now, this is what Abigail means by let the market be coming from a liquidity point. It got into this zone and is already selling off. Now, because it is already selling off from this zone, you cannot begin to find key levels. Now you begin to find key levels. What are the key levels that are here? I'm even give you guys a live trade now. Now, the first key level that happened here is this one here. If you guys are in Sabi Girl's channel, you guys will see when she said that this guy here did not pay out. Let me zoom out. Or she said that she closed at break even. I forgot how she typed it on her channel, but that's what she said on her channel. This was a key level she used. She wanted to use to take a trade. This is a support key level that turned a resistance. Let me zoom out very well so you guys can see. This is a support key level. Oh, I don't upgrade. I don't see light. MT5, they wala me. I got a draw diagram like old man. I'm a reborn. I'm not a new man. All things are passed away. All things have become new. If I see anybody talking about marking from MT5, I'm going to remove you from this group. But the thing is, I still mark on MT5 because this chart now, after marking up, it will clean. But I will just do my markup on MT5. But when I want to teach, I will just teach on trading view. It's much more easier. So this is the resistance key level Savige was talking about that she used that day. Look at it here. Let me zoom out so you can see it very well. I just tired. You never feel understand key level. When you want to understand reclamation. Reclamation is hard though. Now, this is this guy here. This is what's it called? Our support key level, right? The resistance candle break past it. That is, this resistance candle that break past it now has become SBRO. Support turned to resistance. Now, after we've seen our support turn to resistance, next we want to check out for, do we have a break of structure? And so the guy that formed the 2 key level, they cannot break past the last week. Yes, a candle break past it. Now, because a candle broke past it, then it is valid. So there's a break of structure in it. Now, because there's a break of structure in it, we will now take the 2 guys here that form the key level. We'll draw the body of the 2 guys that form the key level. Right? And cover it up to the week for safety reasons. Now, after covering it up to the week, we can now take our entry from there. Where's my short? To take your entry from here. Are you seeing how easy it is? Your stop loss should be below the POI. Then you keep riding down. So that was how this entry came about. That was how the entry came about. Now, the thing is this here, it is not a counter, it will not be a counter trade. You know why? Because the market is already moving. You see, you don't know where the market will buy or sell from. You're only predicting, right? So because the market is already moving from selling from a resistance, from what's it called, from that point of liquidity, and it's a valid one, you can write on from there. Now, the next key level we have is this one here. Next key level we have is this. Now, as the market is coming down, I will forget. Let me just clean mark this. This is the recent key level again now. Okay, no, this one here. All right, thank you. I just remember something now. Although this is not fresh, I'm going to talk about it. Now, Sabike also said something again about use the recent key level. This is what Sabike means by when she say always use the recent key level. All right. When Sabike say you always use the recent key level, look at there's a key level here and there's a key level here. Now, SBRO has been formed. Now, if this market is going back, which one will it get to first? And see, the market is moving in a particular direction. Let's say in an uptrend, for example, now, and you have many key levels, and you are asking which one is the key recent key level. The answer to that question is as the market is coming back down. I will get to that time frame. Don't worry, calm down. We'll get to that time frame. That's the part I did not post online. I will tell you guys. I think I said it. I posted it online. But that part of time frame, that's the last thing I'll talk about. Just calm down. I also about this recent key level because this is a question that you guys have been asking so well. Now, if market is moving in a particular direction, and you now say that, and it has found many key levels in an uptrend direction, the recent key level is the one it will get to first. If the market gets to that one first and break past the two candles that form the key level, it means that that key level has failed. Every other key level cannot hold. Let me use this downtrend to explain it. Are you seeing that we have two key levels here? Look at two key levels at the same point. We have this key level here. This one is on fresh. This one is on fresh. Just want to study what on fresh and fresh key level means yourself. Because I have session to teach by 11. I have to teach by 11 for like 30 minutes, and I'm very, very hungry. After eating dinner, I'm very hungry. So we have two key levels here. Two key levels here. Right? This one here and this one here. And you may want to ask, Black Gem, these two key levels are close to each other. These two key levels are close to each other. Which of these two key levels should I take? Now, my answer to you is this: to kill that confusion by fire by force, is to ask yourself, ask your you self, that this market is retracing. Which one will it get to first? The one it will get to first is your recent key level. So, to get to this one first, as the market is retracing, to get to this one first before getting to this one. Now, if it gets to this one, is to we make previous order flow and present order flow. So when can we say price will react from? Let's use the ask complicated question, Jared. So we have this key level here. We have this key level here. Which one will it get to first? It will get to this one first. So this is what I will take as my box, my POI. I'll take this one as my POI. Although it's inside of it. This is what I'll take as my POI. This guy. This is what I'll take as my POI. This red candle and this green candle. Look at, trace it down. I'll take this guy as my POI. So I'll be expecting markets to come into it, set my limits, a little past the recent key level. But for safety reasons, you can put it above the second one that is close by. Then you ride it all the way down. Now, this I've answered the question of what is a liquidity point. A liquidity point is a valid internal. It could be inducement, it could be disruption, it could not be any of either inducement or disruption. It could just be a valid internal after a disruption has been taken out, and the market decided to buy off from there. You can begin to trade in that point there. So that is what I mean by the liquidity zone, or what I always say, liquidity zone. Now, the other question you guys always ask again is, if you have two key levels at the same point, which one will I use first? The one to use first is the one that the market will get to first. That's the one you will use first. So this is what we do in this place here. So this is how we get this. So this is how we get this key level here. Now, I want to tell you guys a secret, right? That I only told the people in TLS, I only told my mentees, and I'll be telling you guys. Why? Because we are all culture. I will not post it out there on X, right? Those are not in the culture cannot get this access. Now, what I will tell you guys right now is the time frame to use of key levels. Time frame to use of key level. Based on research, the best time frame to use on key level, the best time frame to use on key level, please pay attention. Now, there are two time frames to use on key levels. Two. Okay, let's say there are three time frames to use in marking key levels. 3 time frames that you can use in marking key levels. What are these 3 time frames? Number 1 time frame is your 2 hours time frame. Number 1 time frame, number 2 hours time frame is the main time frame to use to mark key level. 2 hours time frame. Now, you now have 2 other time frames, which is a confirmation time frame. That confirmation time frame are H1 and H4. The time frame to use to mark your key level is H2 time frame. The time frame to use to mark your key level is the H2 time frame. Now, the confirmation time frame is H1 and H4. Now, before you can take a trade as a key level, make sure 2 time frames are what's it called? Corresponding or correlating. What do I mean by corresponding or correlating? Now, if a particular zone you are taking as your key level on H2, you should be willing or you should be wanting to see that same time frame on your confirmation time frame, either on H4 or on H1. What do I mean? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean here, right? This is what I mean. This is my recent key level here. Let me delete this. This is the recent key level here, right? This will mark as my recent key level. I'll firstly mark it on H2 time frame. I'll first mark this key level on H2 time frame. I will first mark this key level they teach. This is how they confuse them. I'm trying to make this thing simpler for you. Are you the first person I'm teaching this? That you're saying I'm teaching, you're getting confused. But it's fine. I like the feedback. No problem. Let me explain more. Now, the thing is this here. These 2 time frames here now. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now, let's assume we have these 2 guys here, right? That form the key level, which is on fresh. This guy here, that form the key level. First thing I want to do is this here. The very first thing I want to do, this V25, I'll show you guys how to enter this V25 now. This is a current trade for a sell, right? I'll show you guys how to enter this trade. Now, the very first thing I want to do, right, is to check out for the recent key level. Now, we have these 2 guys here, this red candle and this green candle that is forming the key level, although it is on fresh, right? Now, the next thing I want to do is to draw a box on it. First of all, sit on 2 hours time frame. Draw a box on it. Draw a box on it. Covering it. Right? Now, after drawing this box on it, the next thing I want to do is I want to go on each one time frame. First thing first is I must sit this level on 2 hours time frame. The next thing I want to do is to go on each one time frame to confirm this key level. This First thing first, after you've seen two key level, after you've seen these two key level, right, on 2 hours time frame, after you've seen these two key levels on 2 hours time frame, the next thing you want to do, your key level, your 2 hours time frame is the time frame you should spot key level. So if you don't have 2 hours on your chart, one, because of, remember when I'm marking structure, to use 1 hour to mark your structure, to use H1 to find your structural liquidity. When it comes to key level, you are using H2 time frame as your main time frame, then H1 and H4 as your confirmation time frame. Now, these two guys that form the key level, you are taking both as your key level, Draw a box on it. Now, after drawing a box on it, the next thing you want to do is to go on H1 time frame to confirm if this same place you are putting a box on is having this same place as key level. Two time frames must have the same point as key level. Now we are on H2 time frame. Now let's move to H1 to confirm if there's a key level there on H1. You guys will see now. Are you seeing that on H1, around that same zone, there's a key level on it? So if you mark the bottom of it, look at around the same zone, there's a key level on it. Around that same zone, there's a key level on it. Look at. Let me take this one up. The up of it. Okay. This is the upper point of this red and this green candle, and this is the lowest point of it. Now, are you seeing that H1 and H2 time frame are having a key level at the same zone? Now, let's check on 4 hours if it will be on the same zone. Are you seeing that 3 time frames now are having key levels on the same zone? Look at the same point we mark on H2 is giving us a key level on H1 and on H4. That's to tell you that this key level will not fail. Now, that's what I'm saying. What this person is saying here, what she's saying, or what he is saying, is if you mark your key level on H2 time frame and your confirmation time frame is H4 and H1, right? If you see only confirmation on H1, that is that same point you are marking as key level, there is still the same thing as on H2 and on H1, but it's not the same thing on H4. You are still valid. I just said that 2 time frames must align. 2 time frames must align. If you are on H1, see, if you do this, you will not make 3 losses in a row. If your two time frames are giving you what's it called? If your 2 time frames is already giving you, if 2 time frames are giving you the same point as a key level, you remember we mark this point here in 2 hours time frame. Remember we mark this point here on 2 hours time frame. We mark this point here on 2 hours time frame, right? This is the time frame which we use to get our key level, right? 2 hour time frame. We now go to H1. I didn't even know that this guy will happen like this. I want you all to take this trade. This trade hits stop loss, right? You will know that maybe the market just will change direction, but this is a very good setup. On H1, that same zone is what we have as time frame, meaning that this has been confirmed already. That trade has been confirmed already. It has been confirmed. Then we don't need to go on H4. If you now go on H4, we see that same place is a key level. Now, this is where the tweak is. Look at something now. Look at where we mark on H2. I want to show you guys a tweak on how to set your stop loss. Now, after marking your key level, where should I set stop loss that will not be taken out? Now, this is the highest point. This is the highest point here. The market got to. These 2 guys is what form the key level. Now, when we move to H1, When we move to H1, right, these two guys here form the key level. Now let's now go to H4. This is how to avoid stop loss, confirming them. Now on H4, you see that the stop loss, the two guys that form the key level are not different. This guy here and this guy here now form the key level. These two guys now form the key level. Now, in this kind of case now, for safety reasons, it is best to increase your stop loss in this case now. Now, you will now have to take your short position from here. Your stop loss is a little above this 4 hours high. Then you shoot all the way down. You shoot all the way down to this point here. So this is how we trade. We're going to take this trade now. So if you hit a loss on this trade, just know that the market wants to change direction, right? This trade should not give anybody a loss. For me, I will load position on this trade because I saw my key level, I saw my confirmation, I'm good. So this is the trade. Properly. So this is how key level works. This is how I trade my key level at hardly 8%. Combining at least 2 time frames should be together. Now, let me go back to gold. I have this task now. I need to rest before I set my 11 p.m. Right? I need to rest. I have a session to my community by 11 p.m. So I need to rest. Right? And to a session. I've never eaten in a very long time. So this is what happened. Now let me quickly this last one, right? If I will forget. Now, remember I said something. I already told you guys what the recent key level is all about. Now, if this recent key level fails now, to get to, this is the next one to get to. This is the next key level to get to. Okay, as market is moving up, this is the next key level to get to. Right? After this one here is next. After this one, this resistance here, this resistance key level is next. What I'm trying to say is, if this key level fails, this one here can never hold. It will fail also. It will fail. That's what Sabika meant by if a recent key level fail, every other key level will fail. This is what she was trying to say. Now, I want to quickly share this with you guys. I did not share this update on X because I do not want to give it out for free. 5 minutes have been done. So, what I meant by this is this here is please pay attention. I just pray I don't forget. I almost forgot. God help me. Yes, thank you, Holy Spirit. Now the thing, what I almost said here is this here. If on H1 time frame, we have a key level. It is just only that place on H1 is just a key level, right? My advice for you is that do not take it. It's not an A+ setup. Then, if after that one, look, let's assume now. Oh wow, powerful. So we shall power. So we shall power. Now this is assumption. Let's assume something now. This is the reason why I took gold last week Friday. Many people hit stop loss, but I did not hit stop loss. This is the reason why. Now let's assume this is H1 time frame. And this is where we have key level on. This is the only point we have key level on H1 time frame. We have a key level here on H1 time frame. Only H1 time frame is showing the key level. Only H1 time frame is confirming the key level. And this next one, that is the next one, is showing that there is a key level on this zone, on H2 and on H4. H2 on your main time frame, H4 is confirming it. My advice to you is this: do not take this one that only one time frame is confirming. Don't take this one that 2 time frames are confirming. I have answered all the questions that needs to be answered. I asked so many questions that you guys have been asking on that question from mentor group, and I have answered every single one of them. So I will be stopping here tonight. I'm not going to take any question and answer. The reason I won't take any question and answer is because I have explained this thing well enough. So I will drop the recorded session in the group right away, and I want you all to put in your best. Watch this video the first time, watch this video the second time, watch it the third time, practice it, right? So that is it. So the next class will be on reclamation. Then on that reclamation, I can just give the first 10 minutes. After watching this video, if you have a question, we can now talk on the question and answer before we will now go on to reclamation. I want you all to know that from the bottom of my heart, I represent the culture, right? I stand in for Sabi Girl, and I do not take any glory in this, right? I do not take any glory in this. All I just want is to say a very big thank you to Sabi Girl once again for giving me the platform to teach this, right? She still remains the best mentor, forest mentor I have seen. To me, Sabi Girl is better than Jeffrey Benson. She's better than Dax. She's better than Only One Chooks. If you attend these people's class, you know what I'm talking about. She's better than Lucky Mane, right? She may be younger than them, but Sabi Girl is better than all of them, right? So, peace and love. See you guys when I see you guys. Please, nobody should tag me on any question. I'm begging, nobody should tag me on any question. This video, some persons here, they will not watch a video. They will just watch maybe like the first 10 minutes of a video, and they'll be asking questions on that first 10 minutes of the video, not knowing that maybe on the 30th minutes, I have answered questions they want to ask in the first 10 minutes. It is not right. People should learn to watch video over and over and over again so that you guys can get clarity and mastery. Peace and love from Black Jeff. So I say talk about mitigation block. Don't let mitigation block yourself.